Miracles of the Qur'an. The secret of iron. Iron is one of the elements highlighted in the Qur'an. In fact, there is a whole chapter named Al-Hadid, which means iron. In the 25th verse of Surah Al-Hadid, it is stated, "We sent down iron, in which there is great might and benefits for humanity." The term used for the formation of iron in the verse is anzalna, which literally means we sent down. However, we typically think of iron as something extracted from underground. One might think the verse should say, "We brought out," instead of, "We sent down." Yet, Allah declares in the Quran, "We sent down iron from the heavens." This choice of words points to a profound scientific miracle. You see, for iron to form, a specific temperature is required. This necessary heat does not exist on Earth, nor does it exist even in the sun. The sun has a surface temperature of 6,000 C and a core temperature of 15 million degrees. This is simply not hot enough to produce iron. Iron can only be formed in stars much larger than the sun, where temperatures reach hundreds of millions of degrees. When the amount of iron in these stars known as novas or supernovas exceeds a certain limit, the star can no longer hold it and explodes. It is through these explosions that iron is scattered into space. All astronomical findings emphasize that the iron deposits on Earth and the iron in the sun were formed as a result of these cosmic explosions. In other words, iron did not originate on Earth. It was sent down from the heavens, exactly as the Quran describes. Was it possible for a human to discover this information 1,400 years ago, in an age without technology? Absolutely not. Is there any greater proof that this is the Book of Allah? Furthermore, Allah states in the Quran that iron is very beneficial for humanity. At the time this verse was revealed, people mainly used iron to make swords and were unaware of its other vast benefits. Despite this, the Quran emphasized its universal utility. Now, let's look at the latest scientific findings regarding iron. Without the iron atom, carbon-based life in the universe would be impossible. Without iron, there would be no supernovas, no early heating of the Earth, no atmosphere or hydrosphere. There would be no protective magnetic field, no Van Allen radiation belts, and no ozone layer. Furthermore, the hemoglobin in human blood would not exist, and a metabolism based on oxidation could never have developed. These facts clearly prove the vital importance of the iron atom. Therefore, it is extraordinary that the Quran specifically highlights iron and its benefits for humanity. Beyond all this, there is another hidden secret in this verse. Surah Al-Hadid is the 57th chapter of the Quran. When we look at the numerical value of the word Al-Hadid in Arabic, the total is 57. This matches the chapter number perfectly. Moreover, if we look at the numerical value of the word Hadid alone, the result is 26. This is the exact atomic number of iron in the periodic table. Think about it, dear friends. 1,400 years ago, in an era of ignorance and zero technology, could a human have invented such a narrative? Especially considering that the Prophet was a shepherd before his mission and did not know how to read or write. If a single verse contains such symmetry and scientific miracles, imagine the depths of the entire Quran. Believe in Allah and establish your prayers. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, please follow and support me for more content.